Hey guys, how are you doing? It's been a while. It's been over 3 or 4 months since my last video. Some things happened, some good things happened, some bad things happened. But we're still here, and let's talk about flat Earth, of course. Since I got my P900, I've been, looking at the sky, looking at the stars and the moon, and what we get is always different from what we have learned back in school, okay? The images that we find in school books, they're always different from the ones that our eyes can see once we look at the sky and, look at the stars and the moon. So back in 2012, I wasn't a flat earther yet, and I remember, like the news is ways of brainwashing us. It's one of the ways, okay? And watching the news, I remember when Curiosity landed on Mars. And we were like, wow, look what the man is capable of doing, sending a spacecraft through space and reaching Mars. And then, all that stuff. We were all amazed. But today, analyzing those images and comparing to the real Mars, you will see a bunch of actors playing a prank on us, and we all believe that stuff. So I'm going to show the two images here for you. First, you will see the real Mars, which is it's a wandering star. It's not a planet. It's a wandering star. Remember, the Bible describes 3 kinds of celestial bodies: the moon, the sun, and the stars. There are no planets or any other thing. The Lord created the moon, the sun, and the stars. That's it. So Mars is a wandering star. So please take a look at this image of the real Mars. The image will last about 2 minutes. 2 and 30 seconds. And with the same length of time, you're going to take a look at the Curiosity Mars landing video that was released to us back in 2012. Please watch these 2 videos, and then we will come back and talk about what we just saw.
Things are looking good. Coming up on entry. Vehicle reports entry interface. We are beginning to feel the atmosphere as we go in here. It is reporting that we are seeing G's on the order of 11 to 12 Earth G's. Commercial 2 is starting. We are now getting telemetry from Odyssey. Have parachute deploy around Mach 1.7. The parachute is deployed. We are decelerating. Heat shield has separated. We're found the ground. We're down to 90 meters per second at an altitude of 6.5 kilometers descending. Standing by for backshell separation. We are in powered flight. We're at altitude of 1 kilometer descending. Standing by for sky crane. Sky crane is started.
Signal to us, you remain strong.
Touchdown confirmed. We're safe on Mars.
got thumbnails.
Okay, now that we have watched those two videos, you can compare both. You can rewind, go back, watch it again. See the difference of two realities. One that we see clearly, that Mars is more like a energy. It's not something solid that anything or anybody can land on. And the other video, the one released by NASA, we see how fake everything is. But imagine, like with all that budget, billions and billions of dollars, each one of those guys celebrating, Mars landing, they could be making $100,000 just for that money, for that for this 2 minutes video. And it still is nothing compared to the amount of money they get every day and every year. So I would be jumping to, if I get that amount of money in 1 month or in a day, I would be jumping and celebrating. But the problem is they are, some of them probably don't know what's going on. Think, just like so many people think that stuff's real. But I'm pretty sure some behind the scenes or even on their video know that it's all fake. Okay, it's all fake. There is no Mars landing. There is no curiosity on Mars. Mars is not a planet that anybody can land on. Planets do not exist. Stars, the moon, and the sun. So when you look at the video and you see all the propaganda that goes on every day about space, you can imagine how big this lie is and why they are hiding the flat Earth. And they are spending billions of dollars to do it, to prevent you from knowing the truth, okay? And it's scary when you know the people who are behind, who are people that you should be trusting, that is supposed to be leading you, are among those who are deceiving us, okay? So I have here 4 pictures that I will show you. Look at this first picture first. Okay, so there's no I.S.S. and their crew is talking to the leader of one of the largest religious group that there is out there. They both know that it's not true, but they are faking it so you can believe that space is real. So it's scary to know that that person dressed in white, knowing how the Earth, how the stars are like, sitting there and talking to the astronauts who are probably hiding somewhere. It's pretty scary. Okay, now look at this other image. Same thing, okay? Leader of one of the greatest nations ever, lying, pretending to be talking to people who we know that they aren't in space because space is fake. There's no space. And how many people voted for him thinking, he would be different from all the other leaders, and he's just another brick on the wall, just like anybody else who had been in power and is hiding this truth. So let's look at another one. And there he is, you can see also same thing, talking to the guys in the I.S.S. and different party, same lie. Okay, different party, same lie. no different from the one that we saw before. And this last one here, that's old one because this guy, Nixon was supposed to be talking to the astronauts on the moon, real time, and so those are the leaders that were supposed to be leading us towards justice, towards uh, the knowledge of the Creator, and those are the ones who are deceiving us, hiding this truth from us.
A journey to another planet, a manned mission to Mars.
I should tell you that the first mission is scheduled to land on Mars on July the 4th, 1997, Independence Day.
We will undertake extended human missions to the moon as early as 2015, with the goal of living and working there for increasingly extended periods of time. Human missions to Mars and to worlds beyond.
But I just have to say, pretty bluntly here, we've been there before. There's a lot more of space to explore and a lot more to learn when we do. Now, last month we launched a new spacecraft as part of a re-energized space program that will send American astronauts to Mars.
We will establish a foundation for an eventual mission to Mars, and perhaps someday to many worlds beyond, if we dare to dream big. And that's what our country is doing again. We're dreaming big.
You can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
And I'm glad that many people are waking up. Many people are waking up. But there are still some people who are blind. They can't see what's going on. So when a lot of globers or the globe believers, they don't really know about the heliocentric model. They don't study, or they don't know much. They just learn in school that the Earth is a globe, and that's why they defend it without knowing, without researching it. Now, if you realize how far the moon really is from the Earth, according to the heliocentric model, okay? Now, Earth diameter is roughly between 6,000 to 7,000 miles. That equals to almost 30 Earths, a distance of 30 Earths from where we are to the moon, according to the heliocentric model. Look at this image so you can have an idea. As you see, it says distance from Earth to the Moon, 237,000 miles. Earth diameter, 7,917.5 miles. This is the equivalent to 30 Earths between Earth and the Moon, as you saw in the picture. So this is how far the Moon is according to the heliocentric model. So for you to imagine that those guys back in 1969 made that trip, and the president was able to call them, like I'm having, see, I live in Japan, high-speed internet, and I'm having trouble with the internet this morning, all morning and last night. We are in 2018, what kind of Wi-Fi they had back in 1969. Now, this is just reinforcing what we just talked about, that it's almost, that would be impossible in 1969 for that communication had taken place, okay? So, globe believers, wake up, all right? Wake up. What would take you to understand that space is fake and this stuff's not real, it's not possible, okay? You see that all this NASA space stuff, Mars landing, Curiosity, Cassini, And it's all lies, okay? And it's sad, but you need to open your eyes, okay?